So today we're going to talk about mastering airport security with a toddler without losing your mind or your patience. Stay tuned. Hey guys, it's April with the Rockstar Mom Sisterhood and welcome to my channel. If you like what you see in this video today, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that like button so I can keep much more of this coming your way. The tips I'm about to give you are going to pertain to not only your toddler, but to you and how you handle yourself as well. It's super important as a parent to take charge, be prepared, be organized, and be ready for anything that's going to come your way. So my very first tip is going to be to dress the part. Moms and dads especially. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you don't have any shoes that are super hard to get off, those big boots that you think you don't want to put in your luggage. No, don't wear those. Wear sneakers that come on and off easily, or better yet, flip-flops. They do have those slip-on sneakers. Those are going to be fantastic for you to basically be able to kick off so you can throw them into the security bin, let them go through, and still be juggling your kids and all the other things that you have to do. Skip any kind of metal on you, belts, sunglasses, anything like that, skip it. Jackets, don't wear them to the airport. You'll be okay. You don't need to wear the big coat because you're gonna have to take it off and juggle the kids. Not a good idea. I would even go ahead and skip a hat altogether, skip a belt altogether. Basically, be as comfortable as possible. You're gonna be sitting on an airplane with a toddler anyway, so the more comfort, the better. It's not a fashion show, it is a flight. You can get all dolled up once you get to your hotel or wherever your destination is. The less you have to juggle through that security checkpoint, the better. Because let me tell you, I was just traveling and I was stuck behind a family that had like 6 kids. Me and my toddler by ourselves were so organized. We had everything pulled out. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And they took like 45 minutes. Not really, but they took a really long time in front of me. And I was kind of like, y'all need to get this together. So my second tip is to baby wear through security. Now I know once kids get to a certain age, you figure you don't need to carry them in the carrier or the sling anymore. But let me tell you, when you're going through security, it's going to be a huge help. If you are wearing your baby, they are not going to make you take your baby out. They will have you go through an x-ray rather than that big thing, whatever, I don't know what it's called. They'll swipe your hands, make sure that your hands are clean or whatever. What that does is that helps you keep an eye on your child because they're not gonna run away because they're attached to you. I love my little baby carrier. I wore that through security. My son's almost 2 years old and he enjoyed it. He's a mama's boy, so he likes being close to me anyway. However, it has some great pockets in there where I can fit my phone and my boarding passes, so I have that at hand at all times. Another great idea is to pack your carry-on as lightly as possible. I know how tempting it can be to want to bring as much onto the plane as you possibly can, but bring as little as you can in your carry-on so that way you're not trying to juggle a million things as you're going through the airport. I actually did juggle a ton of things this time because I refused to pay baggage fees. I usually always fly Southwest. This time I flew United and I only wanted to pay to check one bag, so I went through security with all these bags. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt. It can be done, but I wouldn't suggest it, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and check an extra bag this time. So that way I'm not sweating and frazzled by the time I get through the security checkpoint. When it comes to your electronics and any liquids that you're going to bring, when you're packing, put your electronics in last. So put your laptop and your tablet up at the top of that carry-on bag, as well as in a Ziploc bag, any kind of liquids that you are going to be bringing through. You can bring some juices within reason is what they say. Maybe a couple juice boxes, you're gonna be fine. I like to put the snacks in there too, so I just pull the whole baggie out, plop it down. They can look at it as it goes through the x-ray, and then you just plop it back in. That also keeps all of your snacks and your juices organized. Once you get on the plane, you just pull that right out of your carry-on, put it in the little pocket there, or keep it on the seat next to you, whatever you want to do. That way you have everything ready to go once you are on that plane. Pack for convenience. That is my tip. This one's going to be interesting, I think, because at first I thought this was a terrible idea. But once I've done this, I actually think it's a fantastic idea. Go ahead and gate check your stroller. That means you're going to have to bring your stroller through the TSA screening. However, once you're through, you have a stroller for your toddler. in case they don't want to stay in the baby carrier or you didn't bring a baby carrier at all. It's a great place for them to hang out, take a nap, eat a snack while you're waiting for your flight. If you don't use it at all, you can use it as a luggage cart. That's actually what I did. Jameson stayed in the baby carrier the entire time, and I used the stroller as a luggage cart. And I went all the way down, right up to the door of the plane, gate checked it, and it was there as soon as I got off the plane. And then I was able to get through the airport with ease and not have to stress about pushing a million different things. Speaking of carry-on luggage, I have found that if you're going to bring a carry-on, you want to have one of those suitcases with the 360 wheels. Trust me, when you're trying to push a stroller, walk with a toddler, whatever it is you're trying to do, if your wheels are just going to go along with you rather than have to tip it and hope it doesn't tip over and blah, 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 like, no, just get those suitcases. They're fantastic. I got mine off of Disney.com. I asked for it for Christmas. They had a great sale on it. And I also have some links to some really great suitcases on Amazon that you can find below. So there's a lot of back and forth on this one amongst parents, because when your child is under 2, they can actually fly as a lap child and you won't have to pay for them, but they won't have their own seat. I believe that if your child is over the age of 1 or even under the age of 1 and kind of active, that you should definitely purchase them their own seat. Not only is it safer because you can bring their car seat or some sort of a safety harness with you, but think about it. If you're on the plane and you have your toddler and he's kicking and screaming, fidgeting like they do, you have a little bit more room to let them do that and let them get out their little toddler angst, rather than them hitting the person next to them. Just something I try to avoid. A lot of planes have just 2 on each side. Some have 3 and then 2. I go for the ones where it's just 2. So we basically have our own row and I don't have to worry about him kicking anybody. Kicking the seat in front of him is another one, but what can you do about that, right? When you purchase them their own seat, it's a little bit of trial and error, but try to figure out if they're going to be better in a car seat or in a travel harness. I tried both ways. I found a really fantastic child travel harness. It's by Cares. I love it. Again, the link below, you can find that and grab one for yourself. It's really comfortable for my son and gives him a little bit more freedom. He hates the car seat. But if your child loves the car seat and finds it to be a little bit of comfort, absolutely get an FAA approved car seat, or check if yours at home is FAA approved and bring that on. I have links below where you can find some FAA approved car seats if yours is not. And I do greatly suggest that you get a backpack carrier. You can just throw it on your back. They also do make some really fantastic little carts that it can attach to, and you can bring it through that way too. Weigh those options out. Try to give your child their own space on the airplane. Trust me, it's going to save you a whole lot of aggravation. Another great tip is to take advantage of family boarding. Now check with the airline that you are flying with and find out what their policy is for family boarding. Usually a quick Google search will let you know, but each airline has a different policy. With United, if you have a child under the age of 2, you get to board before anybody else. That's a great option. With Southwest, if you have a child under the age of 6, for each child, 2 adults can pre-board after the A boarding group. So Southwest does things a little bit differently. There's no pre-assigned seats. The A boarding group is going to get to go first, but then family boarding will be right after that. So that way it's not going to make your family get separated since they don't have pre-assigned seats. I'm going to suggest that if you're going to take advantage of that family boarding, which you should, get to the airport with plenty of time so you have time to get through security, get to your gate, get settled in, and you're right there when they call for family boarding. It's going to give you plenty of time to get your kids set up into a seat, install their car seat or their harness, whichever you choose to do, get them their snacks, their toys, get their tablet set up, all of that stuff, so that way they are not fit to be tied by the time you take off. This is April with the Rockstar Mom Sisterhood, and thank you so much for watching today. I am so excited to be continuing to give you these fantastic tips. Don't forget to check below for links to all the fantastic products that I talked about today that can help make your trip just a little bit easier. Click that subscribe button, click that like button, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you loved, what you hated, and what you want to see more of in the next video. Thank you guys so much. I love you, Rockstar Moms, and I will see you very soon.